The following is a presentation of KNED Sports.
Live from the KNED studios on Electric Avenue in McAlester, Oklahoma, it's time for Running with the Herd, a weekly McAlester Athletics coaches show brought to you by Reagan Auto and What About Bob's Restaurant.
Episode 30 of Running with the Herd, episode 30. Our first ever episode of Running with the Herd was with head coach Chris Burns of McAlester Volleyball. Episode 30 of Running with the Herd is with McAlester Tennis coach Chris Burns. He is now about to be put on salary here at McAlester Radio, don't tell our bosses, and he's going to help us interview a lot of the different coaches here as well. As always, we have our Running with the Herd, a weekly McAlester coaches show brought to you by Reagan Auto and What About Bob's Restaurant. And here today we're speaking about tennis, the season that's gone on. So first off, good morning, Coach. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I'm doing great.
Yeah, this is, the jitters are all gone by this point. I mean, yeah, there's no bit of nervousness being on the radio now.
No, it's second home in here.
It's what, the fourth time?
Number four.
Number four. So the only other sport to be in here four times, that doesn't mean a single coach. Wrestling was in here four times as well. I think Coach Billy was in here three times. Kaufman was in here three times. Coach Rollins joined one other time. No other coach has been in here four separate times. Not even the athletic director, James Singleton, has been in here four times yet. So how does that make you feel?
Awesome. I'm going to have to bring that up in our coaches meeting next time.
Yeah. Hey, let's get started. A lot has happened here since the last time that we got to speak about the tennis season. A whole full regular season has come through.
Yeah.
So how do you think it's gone from the coach's perspective for both the boys and the girls?
Well, I mean, the girls are done, so
Right.
I'll start with them real quick. They had an amazing season. Records might not have shown it, but they from the start of the year to the end of the year, they were completely different kids. I mean, we played a really tough schedule compared to some of the teams we went to regionals with, and kind of looking around, realizing what they actually went through to finish the year. I mean, we regionals, we'll go down the lineup. We had Erica Galvez was playing one singles, and it was a tough spot. Ended up getting sixth. Was that last Monday? Losing my days. But she, like I said, one of those girls that's just anything and everything that she can do to get better, and has come so far playing one singles. One of the toughest divisions in the state on the girls' side of the ball this year was 5A one singles, and she just kept going. Two singles was Taylor Williams, and the same thing. Like, she wanted to win so bad. She got fifth place at regionals, lost a couple heartbreakers. Just the ball didn't bounce right, and we just didn't get them. But I mean, first alternate almost made state tournament again. Another one that's just worked all over the place trying to get better this year, and has come again so far. The one doubles, Addison Pennington and Aspen Kelly. Wore me out in a great way.
Yeah.
they at times they wanted it so bad that they couldn't even stand still. And watching them kind of get comfortable playing together and working and learning how to play doubles together. And again, they were points away from getting to qualify this year at one doubles, which to me is any given year, one singles, one doubles is going to be the hardest flight to get anybody in. And they did it, they wanted it, they just kept going. And then our only girls that made the state tournament, Addison Pennington and Kylie Swing, and said that's another one that about halfway through the year that they just clicked, and getting to see them kind of work through some of the nerves of Kylie last year was on the two doubles team that almost got it, and she really, like, I want to go. I'm going to go to state this year, and Addie coming up as a freshman, and same thing. Like, that looks like a lot of fun. I want to do that. I want to be good at that, and getting through some of those nerves, playing together, and the way they kind of figured out how each one of them plays, and got to know each other, and watching those girls kind of bond as a team, and the experiences that they got to have together was a lot of fun to kind of be around, and they get really excited because all of them are going to come back, and we're adding some good players from the junior high level too coming up to hopefully push them and get a little bit more fire, that more than just one spot's going to make it next year, I think, and watch them kind of work.
So from the coach's perspective also, when you see and it goes for your boys as well. We're going to speak on them in just a moment. When you see it start to click, I mean, you mentioned the moment where it clicks kind of in the middle of the year, and they take that jump. And then also, when you see that, not only take that jump, but then also for the ones that make it to the state tournament for their goal, what is that feeling like for you as a coach?
Oh, it was great. I mean, just getting to do that, and it kind of, it's awful to say too, but the ones that didn't make it, getting to hear them, it's like, this isn't happening to me again. I'm not going to feel this again, and I'm saying rededication to it, but them deciding that I'm going to do anything and everything I've got to do to be better, and so that I don't have to go through this again is. I like that one too. Like you're going to get knocked down all the time, and how do you get back up from it?
Maybe it's not a rededication, but more of like a jump in competitiveness.
Yeah, they're deciding that, hey, I'm not gonna take this loss and just kind of wallow in it. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna keep fighting.
It's only going to make them better
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And just watching that resilience kind of build throughout the year of, they took a lot of losses and they worked really hard, and now they got to see a little bit of reward for it, and now they decided that I'm gonna do it again. And that to me was the cool part, that just the cliche of the life lessons that they got to learn through all of this. That do you take a hard loss and a very emotional day and just say I'm done and quit, or do you get back up and go twice as hard? And all of them answered the call of, what do we got to do? Let's do it. We're gonna get together. We're gonna do this and that, and that was the really, really neat part to me. And then watching them all do anything and everything they could while Kylie and Addie were playing at the state tournament, cheering them on, trying to pump them up, and just the support that they had. There wasn't I didn't make it and I'm mad. It was, we're so excited that you guys made it, and we're going to do everything. Like we're going to cheer you on. We're going to pump you up, and turn into the biggest cheering section for their friends and for their teammates, and just the camaraderie, that the family that they had throughout the year.
That's awesome. So now we're going to go into the boys, and the boys obviously another very successful season, and now getting ready for the culmination of it all. Yeah,
the boys were kind of the opposite story. They'd had a very good season. They third place in the 5A championships. First time since 2016 the boys have done it. That team won it, and we had a great tournament that day. They won the Tulsa Edison tournament, ended up third place at regionals on Monday, second place at at the Durant tournament. I mean, they fought and they worked, and they really got to see some success this year. A couple second places throughout the year, a bunch of thirds. I mean, same thing, a group of guys that will do anything for each other. Wyatt Phillips is one singles. He got second at regionals. I see he played state last year at state. A very tough draw, if all the guys that made it, but he's got a really good shot this weekend to at least place again, if not make podium, do something special again. Matthew Lundstrom's our two singles player. He's had a really good year, bounced in and out of one doubles, two singles, kind of found a home and ran with it at two singles, and he got second at regionals also. And I said he's got a very good shot at doing something at the two singles flight. And then one doubles of Chris Whaley and Alex Yurkevich, that on any given day those two guys can beat anybody in the state. And I mean, it's just a tough draw. Excuse me. So I'm excited to see what those two can do getting up to the tournament, as they've gotten second, they've gotten third, they've come from massive holes. They've come back and won matches, and they just kind of keep chugging along like a little engine that could. And that team's kind of funny to watch, because they just get their little handshake, pat each other on the back, and we just keep working,
just keep rolling,
just keep going. Like, we lost a big point. That's okay. We're gonna get the next one. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna work. And it's neat to watch them kind of just nothing phases them. They just keep on keeping on. And two doubles was Caleb Whaley and Crawford Hester, and they just kind of had a little hiccup on Monday, and they ended up getting fifth. So they're that first alternate for this weekend if something happens. But I said that watching them kind of get together, and they're going to be Wyatt, Caleb, and Crawford are the underclassmen, so they kind of get to learn and see what's going on and get some experience and come back next year and do it again. And that last run for these senior boys that have had some great success all 4 years has been an interesting show to watch too.
And with these seniors, what have they meant to you to be able to see them? A lot of them go back to back from last year to this year to the state tournament. And what has the senior class meant to you?
These senior class, it even goes back before I got here. They knocked my Durant team out of junior high qualifying, but watching them even from when they were ninth graders playing and qualifying for state as ninth graders,
right.
and coming and getting to see the effort and the work that they put into every single year. Chris is qualified, Matt's qualified. This is Wyatt's second year at varsity, and he's qualified. That's the thing. Crawford qualified last year. Like, just watching these seniors kind of work, and the bond that they have, and the drive they've got to do and be good it's been awesome.
Yeah.
And like I said, a bunch of really, really great kids that you wish we had a fifth-year option or a redshirt option in high school to
have them again.
Yeah, you guys don't graduate. Come on back.
Yeah.
Let's run it one more time.
Yeah, forget Harvard.
Yeah, give me a hardship here.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me appeal for one more year of eligibility for you.
Right. Well, your seniors aren't the only people that had accolades this year. Coach of the Year honor that you've had this year as well, if I'm not mistaken.
The Region 6 All-State Coach nominee.
I know you brag on everybody else, but Coach, you've done a fabulous job as the leader of these boys and girls here at the high school level, and you deserve a pat on the back.
Oh, thanks. They're the ones out there doing the sweating and just kind of try and tell them where to hit the balls.
Yeah, but I will say, you can tell just by the way that you brag on all your guys and gals, man. It shows on the court as well as off the court of how well of the job that you do with them. And again, congratulations, and you deserve all the honors that come with it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So now you guys get to go to the biggest dance for the boys. You get to go to the state tournament. So what can y'all expect from the state tournament in OKC over the next couple of days?
Looks like very hot weather.
It looks like it's gonna be pretty warm.
Outside of that, it's a good time. It's such a special, weird tournament that anything can happen when we get up there. And I think our guys are excited and kind of having been there before, and we got to play in that facility, because even not being in the state tournament, that facility is huge.
Mm-hmm.
The 24 outdoor courts across probably 3 acres. I mean,
it can be kind of intimidating for someone that hasn't gone there before.
Oh yeah, and just getting to be there. We went there once more this year, and then we play the 4A, the 5A, and the 6A state tournament all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 1,500, 2,000 people that come watch tennis.
I saw the schedule for it, and it just is packed.
And I mean, it's a lot more hurry up and wait than normal, but we're going to play at 8, and we might play at 2:15 if we don't get behind, and we might play at 3, we might play at 4. I mean, it's
how does that work from the mindset for your players as well? I mean, you get started early in the morning, so you have that entire night to kind of think about it. But then if you are able to advance, then you got to wait some more. Like, how do you, from a coach's perspective, keep them locked in? I mean, obviously it's a state tournament, you're going to stay locked in, but how do you keep them, I guess warm to get ready for the next one?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because usually, I mean, at any other tournament, they're always going, or there's a warm-up court or something, and with this one, there's never an open court to, once you're off your first round, you sit around for 4 or 5 hours and then try and get going again. But once they come off, kind of, if they win, get them some Celebrate, get them water, get them whatever snack they need, sit down, get some shade, cool off.
Mm-hmm.
Lose, try and get them, I would say secluded, but let them feel their feelings and then get them over it, because it's
get them locked back in.
You have to win the next one in order to go. Like,
right.
As soon as you lose that second match, you're done. Mm-hmm. So we don't have time to pout on Friday. If you lose, you go feel it, get back. Let's get locked back in, but kind of keep an eye on the clock and the flow, and about the time they start finishing up that round before, find whichever guy it is and, hey, get up, start moving.
Right.
But weird time management that you never have to do as a tennis player, tennis coach. And it's an experience that is unlike anything else in the nation. We got a very special state tournament in Oklahoma.
Right.
But,
yeah, I mean, it's a big tennis state as well.
Yeah.
People don't know that, but it's a huge tennis state as well here. And is there anything else you'd like to add before we move on? Because you said the state tournament is tomorrow and Saturday. You have a lot of returners from last year trying to achieve their goals. Do you have anything else before you move on to the next segment here?
oh, I mean, if anybody's bored tomorrow morning, come on up. It's something to experience, and these guys would love to have anybody and everybody that wants to come and watch them and cheer them on, or if you want to enjoy some sunshine and be in Oklahoma City, it's going to be a fun little show for these guys to put on. I'm real excited to kind of see what they're going to go do at work tomorrow.
Absolutely, and that all starts for you guys around 8 a.m.
At
8 a.m.
We are first this year, so every one of them will be on court at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so again, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning in OKC, McAlester boys tennis in the state tournament.
The only time I can tell you when and where they're going to play, for sure.
For sure. There you go. So make sure that you come on out if you absolutely can, or like you said, if you find yourself in Oklahoma City and you're a McAlester Buffalo fan, make sure you cheer on the McAlester Buffalo boys tomorrow in the state tournament. We're going to take a 60-second break, and then when we come back, we had to find some questions for Coach Burns. I mean, we're kind of starting to run out of them. We almost opened up a poll for some of our McAlester fans to see what we should ask them. But we've got some good ones coming up here in just a moment, and we will come back in 60 seconds here on Running with the Herd, brought to you by Reagan Auto and What About Bob's Restaurant.
Reagan Auto is a Reader's Choice Award-winning automotive repair shop. We are currently searching for an automotive technician to join our team. We're looking for someone who is energized and ready to provide quality service to our customers. Our ideal candidate will have technician experience of at least 1 year. If you're interested in this opportunity to work in a fast-paced atmosphere, email your resume to reaganauto.ok@gmail.com. What About Bob's Restaurant, the home of Bob's Sunrise Surprise, is located at 610 North Main in McAlester. What About Bob serves up your favorite comfort food 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Go down and see Olivia and the gang for breakfast and lunch. What About Bob's Restaurant, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check them out on their Facebook page, What About Bob's, 610 North Main in McAlester.
This is your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside McAlester boys tennis coach Chris Burns, as they're getting ready for the state tournament in Oklahoma City tomorrow and Saturday. They begin at 8 in the morning over in OKC tomorrow. It is 8:48 in the morning here on your Thursday, May 15th. Again, you have Hump Day on Wednesday. This is the middle of the month, so we are getting ready to call May over and get into June. And as we are doing that, we're getting ready for the summer season, which, again, I would say Coach Burns might get a little bit of a break, but then it's right into volleyball. So we're going to talk about volleyball, though, in just a moment here. So again, we have Coach Chris Burns with us. So a lot of people take road trips when they go on to summer vacation. Since you guys are about to embark on a road trip to OKC, has there been a favorite road trip that you've ever been on, whether it be for sports or personal reasons?
Driving or flying?
Either one. Either one.
So flying for when my brother graduated, it was also my grandparents' 50th anniversary, and so we all went out to Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that takes the cake.
That was a lot of getting all the. It was weird because aunt and uncle told us, like, pack a hoodie, pack some sweats.
Did you not know where you were going?
Well, right. That's what I said. I was like, we're going to an island. Why would I? But we did the
okay.
Yeah. Well, we did the volcano, the sunrise over the volcano on Maui.
Wow.
And it was so cold at the top of that thing, and I'm glad they'd been there and told us, like, hey, bring some stuff because you're gonna go. It's gonna be freezing cold up there.
Right.
And so when they, I'm not taking a hoodie to an island. Like, we're gonna be on the beach.
Right.
Definitely take your hoodie if you're gonna go do that one. But
someone told me something similar. Like, we're going out to the desert. The first time ever
It's
I went
cold
to
out
Arizona. At night, it is freezing.
it's so cold in the desert at night.
Like, you're burning up. Because I went in March, so I know it's not as hot as it is in, like, maybe June or July, obviously, in the middle of Arizona. But it was still hot in the middle of the day. And then I was starting to call games because it was for the McAlester baseball tournament they had over there. And by the time we got to about 7, 8 o'clock and the sun started to set, it gets cold fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can understand how cold it could be on top of a mountain. And what about the views over there?
It was so cool. Yeah, it was so like we actually got 2 sunrises because it came up and then the clouds went over the sun and then it came up again.
That's awesome, man.
And then did a submarine tour on the bottom of the ocean and a little helicopter tour around the island, and I mean, just hanging out with all the cousins and grandma and grandpa, and it was a lot of fun to get to spend a couple days out there. And then road trip, I took one 4 or 5 years ago around almost every western state. Took my truck around and got up to Oregon, Washington, and just kind of
rode along the West Coast.
Found random truck stops and campgrounds to sleep in, and just nomaded it for, ended up being about a month. But
that's awesome.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed kind of getting to see everything and experiencing all these other states that never quite been to Utah before, and now
you may never see again.
Yeah, now I've driven all the way through, like north to south, all the way from the tip to the to the bottom. And if you ever go to Nevada and drive through, don't pass a gas station because there's only about 7 of them. But
yeah, no joke.
It was great. Like driving along, I'm running out of gas, and with 37 miles to the next. Okay, I gotta stop there in my half tank, but it's 300 miles to the next gas station, and it was cool. I really enjoyed that part.
I like flying, I like driving, but if I ever have the choice, I like to drive just because you get to see things that you may never see again. But all I'm getting from the last thing that you said is, honey, we need to raise up money to go to Maui, and if it takes a decade, we need to do it.
I'd do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's go to our next one. Favorite summer activities that you might have?
I would say sleep, but I still don't get much of that in the summer either. In the last few years, my favorite thing is I take 1 week and I go work the OSU tennis camp and get to kind of hang out with some really good friends I've made by working that, and not being in charge of it for a while and just getting to be worker number 4 is awesome. And I mean, some of the kids around the state that were at tournaments come up and say hey, and the returners that come back, and I mean, that small vacation that I get to take throughout the year is a great one. But I mean, other than that, just kind of spending some downtime trying to get everything ready for starting it all back up.
Yeah, yes sir. Do you have a favorite snow cone flavor?
The last one I think I had was buffalo berry.
Buffalo berry. So
pretty sure that was strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry. Someone's gonna call in and say I'm lying, but it's been a while since I've gotten one. But now that you say that, I was driving by and almost got a snow cone yesterday. I should have done it. That way I had a real answer.
I'm always a sour green apple kind of guy.
I almost went tiger's blood.
Tiger's blood.
Just you can't say no to good tiger's blood.
Absolutely. So let's go to our next one. You being the leader of both McAlester Tennis and McAlester Volleyball, we know about the fireworks stand that the Booster Club runs during the summer. But during fireworks and when they're actually going off, are you a sit back and watch kind of guy, or are you a I gotta blow stuff up kind of guy?
Both.
So
I mean, you got to enjoy when someone else puts a whole bunch of money to put the show on, but at the same time, you got to get your Black Cats or your launchers or whatever
Joe Dirt said.
Yeah, your Dixie whistles and the Daisy Do's and Daisy Don'ts.
A lot of things we can't say on the radio.
I think that's about all I can say on the radio without getting a phone call.
That's right.
I mean, you got to have some fun blowing stuff up, but when someone does a very good pyrotechnic show, that's always fun to sit back and watch stuff explode in the sky.
Right. And our last one, speaking of the fireworks stand, since this will be the last time that we speak, maybe until the next Running with the Herd, which will be the first one of the year next year. What are some fundraisers that your teams, maybe McAlester Tennis or Volleyball, are having that McAlester fans can get in on to support you?
So the volleyball team's coming up. We're going to have a raffle for our... Gosh. It's a fireworks show in a box. It was a $900 box of fireworks. I think if you bought it out last year, it was $1,400 worth of fireworks. It was a 6.5 foot tall box, 4.5 foot wide, and probably weighed 250 pounds. And guess who got to move it in and out of the stand every
Oh,
single day to show
you.
it off? Yeah, of course. But
Did you go all Vanna White? And
every single time someone asked about a show, boy, let me show you this thing.
Yeah.
And we'd come over and this and this and this and that's over here and this so we're gonna sell some raffle tickets for that, and then we've got a raffle. Our duck sales for we sell little raffle tickets with little rubber ducks. So we got numbers on the bottom of, and when we do our car wash, we have a dunk tank that we dunk the girls, and they come in and pull out a duck number, and that's how we figure out who wins the raffle for
cool.
a meat pack and some like homemade prizes. Last year, one of the parents made a really cool like buffalo sign, some shirts. We've had some other stuff kind of donated throughout, 6 or 8 things that we do too. But and then we're going to try and find something to put together for the tennis kids to get some money on that one. But we do have a Oklahoma Hall of Fame tennis coaches clinic coming to town Friday, June 13th. It's a free clinic. They give you a free racket, free shirt, 2 or 3 hours of Hall of Fame coaching.
That's awesome.
Free lunch afterwards from 8 to 11:30, I think 12-ish is what they got pick up. But so I've got some flyers going around today with the QR code to sign up on that one. But I've had some kids go to the 8-1 a couple years ago and had an absolute blast. Some of these guys are hilarious people that just love coaching tennis and love helping kids out that come out and experience that one. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun summer with all of it.
We're all ready for it, and we're excited to be able to go back and visit you guys and support McAlester volleyball. And obviously, like you mentioned, with some of the tennis camps that you have going on as well, can't wait to see some people get to learn from true, like just Hall of Fame type of talent that they're going to be able to have come over here. So sounds like it's going to be a fun summer, and Coach, we're ready to experience it.
Oh yeah, that makes 2 of us.
Yeah. Well, anything else you'd like to add? The last time that we're going to get to have you here in the Running with the Herd schedule, we've had 30 shows. You've been here for 4 of them, so it's a quick math, but a little less than a sixth of our shows have featured Coach Burns.
Oh, just thanks for having us and starting the show up. And I know all the kids that have gotten to come on have really enjoyed it and appreciated the attention, and I said the live streaming you guys do and all the work that you put in on the back end to showcase McAlester sports is awesome. And I said everybody really enjoys all of the publicity that you guys are doing for us and the work that you guys put in behind the scenes. That I don't know if anybody realizes how much work it is, but that's awesome. And then thanks a lot for putting it on and helping us out.
Anything that we can do to try to up McAlester sports, that's what we want to do. So the best that we can give for you guys, that's what we're going to give. So thank you, Coach, for your time. Good luck at the state tournament this weekend. We're going to be cheering you on.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, again, that was McAlester tennis and volleyball coach Chris Burns. But again, they have the boys in the state tournament at OKC this weekend. Make sure you're going out there if you have the chance to, or if you just find yourself in Oklahoma City and you're a McAlester fan, go cheer on McAlester boys tennis tomorrow in the state tournament starting at 8 in the morning. That was episode 30 of Running with the Herd, brought to you by Reagan Auto and What About Bob's Restaurant. We're going to hear from them one more time, and then we're going to send you back to your regularly scheduled programming here on KNED.
Reagan Auto is a Reader's Choice Award-winning automotive repair shop. We are currently searching for an automotive technician to join our team. We're looking for someone who is energized and ready to provide quality service to our customers. Our ideal candidate will have technician experience of at least 1 year. If you're interested in this opportunity to work in a fast-paced atmosphere, email your resume to reaganauto.ok@gmail.com. What About Bob's Restaurant, the home of Bob's Sunrise Surprise, is located at 610 North Main in McAlester. What About Bob serves up your favorite comfort food 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Go down and see Olivia and the gang for breakfast and lunch. What About Bob's Restaurant, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check them out on their Facebook page, What About Bob's, 610 North Main.